In case you haven't been on social media in the last 12 hours, good for you. Good for you. For those of us who watch it because we have to, let me show you what was on social media last night, coming from the pit of despair I like to call CNN. Listen.
And obviously it's false. And look, he also knows deep in his heart that Donald Trump couldn't find Ukraine on a map if you had the letter U and a picture of an actual physical crane next to it. He knows that this is, an administration defined by ignorance of the world. And so that's partly him playing to their base and playing to their audience. The credulous boomer Rube demo that backs Donald Trump that wants to think that Donald Trump's the smart one, and y'all elitists are dumb.
You elitists with your geography and your maps and your spelling, even though
your math and your reading.
Yeah, you're reading, your geography, knowing other countries, sipping your latte.
All those lines on the map.
Only them elitists know where Ukraine is. Sorry.
Let me just say this. These rubes that don't know math, don't know how to read. Let me just say this to, yes, the elitists. What is an elitist? Somebody who thinks they're better than everyone else. What was that? A demonstration that you think that half of the country that voted for this president, half of the country, is nothing but ignorant, just dummies that can't even read. That is the pure definition of an elitist. Somebody who thinks they're better than everybody else. You think because you voted against Donald Trump or you don't like him, you are better than everyone else. Well, let me tell you something. These rubes, they do know geography and those lines on that map. What are they? That one looks like Ohio. This one looks like Pennsylvania. That one looks like Florida. You know what? We might even be able to find our way on the map to Michigan. We might even be able to find Wisconsin after the Bernie people burn it to the ground. I am so sick and tired. We have to coexist. It used to be that the day that America came together was the day after the election. But that doesn't happen anymore. Go back and listen to my monologue the day after President Obama was elected in 2008. Go back and listen to it. He's my president now. He's all of our presidents now. We have to hope for the best, pray for the best, and do all we can to stop any policies that we truly believe are damaging to our country. But we don't wish for his failure. What were your monologues during the swearing in, the day after the election? Get him. Impeachment. Get him. I so strongly disagreed with this candidate, Donald Trump, because I didn't think he would do any of the stuff that he said he was going to do. And much to one of the greatest surprises in my life, he did. What did I say the day of the election? He's my president now. And I have to do everything I can to help him make things right. I will stand against him when I must. And I will stand with him when I can. And he has given me opportunity to stand with him over and over and over again. Even though I don't like some of the stuff he does, I can stand with him because I'm a human being that can think. That's spelled T-I-N-K, I think. You were plotting this. You know why nobody's watching any of this impeachment? Because they don't believe it has anything to do with the truth. They don't believe that truth or justice, they don't even know what the American way is anymore, but they certainly don't believe that truth and justice is happening anywhere near Washington, D.C., or in the hallowed ivory tower halls of, yes, the elites that look down from their tower at all of the rubes down there. Look at them. Look at them. I have not wanted to secede from this union more than right now. Do it without us. Go ahead. Do it without us. See how long you last. Grow your own food. Fight your own wars. Do it. You are so close to becoming the capital city as in the Hunger Games. Oh, look. Look at the little rubes. They work for a living. Oh, darling, we must get you into some nice makeup and clothing. Really? Those are the real people. And even President Snow knew you needed them. You don't think we play a role at all. You know what this battle is really all about? When it comes right down to it, the State Department and the intelligence community and all those who think to themselves, and it's with every president, Republican or Democrat, I don't care what the president says because we already have a plan and we're executing it. And we've been here longer than any president. They come and go. Well, what are those people saying? We don't care what the American people say. It's why we vote over and over and over again, including a guy last time who said, I'm going to shut down Guantanamo. I'm going to stop all these wars. Did he? No. Why? Because he's not truly in charge. They give him enough. But he's not going to change anything. And this guy goes in, like him or hate him, he doesn't care. Oh, look at him. He said, why don't we put alligators down on the border? You know why he said that? You know why he said that? Because everyone around him is coming up with some sort of an excuse. Well, we can't build that wall because of environmental reasons, because of political reasons, because of international reasons. I want the country secure, is what he's saying. I want it secure. Now, I've come up with a billion ideas. Nobody in this room is helping me secure it. And the American people sent to me here. I came here on behalf of the American people who say they want their border secure. I don't care how you do it. Alligators, put alligators down. If you geniuses can't come up with anything else, we're doing it. See, I understand Donald Trump. I do understand the one thing that he does. Because I have worked in corporations my entire life. I have worked with... I remember them telling me back in 1981, I said, I want to go over to the Soviet Union. I want to broadcast from the Soviet Union. It's about to fall. It was 1979. It's about to fall. I want to go broadcast. Can't do it, can't do it, can't do it, can't do it, can't do it. So I started doing it myself. And then somebody who had support in the company, they found themselves over in the Soviet Union. I know how corporations work. I know how the favors are played. I know how people are just like, can't be done, can't be done. I'm the guy who put 500,000 people on the mall in Washington, D.C. No, I'm sorry. I didn't put them there. I suggested it. And America responded to it, and you put yourself there. Everyone said, don't do it. Everyone said you can't broadcast and do a restoring event from Israel. Can't be done. Never been done. Right. That's why I did it from the temple stairs. The only Christian to speak there since the Romans. It can be done. But all of the people around, especially a president, all want to say no. This is about him actually changing the way things work in America. And you don't like it because he doesn't care what you think, members of the media. He doesn't care. How dare him call us the enemy of the people? Tell me what that action was. Tell me what that actually says to me. It says you don't care about me. You don't care about people who live here. Oh, well, we go into the middle of the country and we're treated like crap because we're in the middle of the country watching you talk to all of your friends and you're dissing us, calling us names, treating us like crap. Despicable. Despicable. You know what? Zucker should have walked into that control room in the middle of that broadcast and say, shut it down. Tell Don Lemon to act like an adult. And those two are not to be on this network again. Because the only ones that like that were the people just like them. The only people that like that were the people in the capital city. All the journalists, they loved it. They laughed. I've been in that pit of despair at CNN. I know who those people are. I also know how many people are there keeping their mouth shut. Because as inclusive as you say you are, you're not inclusive at all. You're absolutely inclusive of anybody who agrees and will say everything that you believe and say. It's despicable. So today, I just want to talk to all them rubes. You know, the people who are paying attention to the news. People that aren't watching the coverage of the impeachment because they're not rubes. They know that you think we are, and you think you can say anything. You think you can tell us that a man can be a woman and can have a baby, and we buy into it. Well, we don't. Period. We don't. And we never will. Period. You know who the rubes are? The ones who think we actually believe what you're saying. You know who the rubes are? The people like Brian Stelter. The people who think every time they can get on and just say, this is what really happened. This is, you know what, Media Matters? Can we just talk about how the right just lies and could get anything on the news? Tell me about it, Media Matters. We're not the rubes. If we were, we'd be watching and lapping this all up. We know. And we no longer find you amusing. I am so sick and tired of anybody in the press coming to me and saying, do you know what you did to divide this country? Yes, I admit it, and it's nothing like you did now. It's nothing like you've been doing for the last 3 years. Shut the hell up. Do you know what you're doing to divide this country? Don't ever say that to me again. Don't ever say that to me again.